Hello and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster for tonight. I am the Crushinator, and I am here bringing you some Division D East action between Bunker Fun Time and Church of Murky. This lobby is forming real fast, so before I lose the opportunity, let's take you to the tail of the tape to let you know a little bit about our two teams tonight. Bunker Fun Time coming into tonight's matchup at 5 match wins and 2 losses, boasting a map record of 11 wins and 4 losses. When they've had the opportunity to choose, they've chosen Cursed Hollow 3 times, Dragonshire twice, and the hero choices coming out from Bunker Fun Time, Mal'Ganis, Sylvanas, and Deckard, all at 6 games played. Church of Murky coming into tonight's matchup at 5 wins and 1 loss, with a 10-5 map record. Volskaya Foundry and Infernal Shrines heavily picked by Church of Murky when they get the opportunity at 4 and 3, and their hero choices: Sylvanas at 5 games, Greymane at 5 games, ETC at 4 games. Just letting the teams know that I'm ready, as to not hold them up. Looks like we need one more player from Church of Murky, so I've got a little bit more time to finish my spiel about these teams. Bunker Fun Time, their 2 most winning heroes so far this season are actually 2 of their most played heroes. Mal'Ganis and Sylvanas, both at 6 games played, both at a 100% win rate. Church of Murky, their 2 best heroes right now, ETC and Anduin, both 100% win rate, ETC at 4 games played, Anduin at 3 games played. Bunker Fun Time coming in with a very defined strategy, choosing similar compositions. Well, Church of Murky mixing it up a little bit more, but still a lot of power picks coming out from their side. And it looks like the teams are about ready to go. I've actually timed this well. For once, I don't have to stall for too long. Amazing. They're about ready here. We're going to get started in just a moment. Just need a confirmation from Church of Murky, and we can get started. Take a pull of my tea here. Alright, looks like this draft is about to heat up, but before I take you over to the draft screen, let's take you over to the maps to let you know how things started off. Bunker Fun Time did lose the opening flip, and Church of Murky chose map pick. Bunker Fun Time then proceeded to ban out Volskaya Foundry and Infernal Shrines, well scouted by them for sure. And Church of Murky banning out Cursed Hollow and Alterac Pass, 2 of the most winning maps on the side of Bunker Fun Time. So teams definitely looking each other up here. And Church of Murky has chosen to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 1. Let's get right into the draft. As we see, Bunker Fun Time has banned out Kael'thas, definitely a strong map pick here on Tomb, and Mal'Ganis taken away by Church of Murky, scouting out that 6-game 100% win rate. Bunker Fun Time now banning the Zool. Zool, very strong wave clear on Tomb of the Spider Queen, can rotate freely and control that vision pretty much unimpaired without a gank, so taking that off the board, important for Bunker Fun Time. Let's see what Church of Murky is looking at for their final ban here in the first phase. It will be Deckard, so that's 2 of the winningest heroes from Bunker Fun Time taken off the board. Let's see if they do want to pick up that Sylvanas. Not a usual pick here on Tomb, but with an AI pushing objective, Sylvanas obviously still has that power, and more importantly, Sylvanas with the power to turn off those forts for tower dives, and there we see it. Sylvanas first picked by Bunker Fun Time. Let's see if they can maintain that 100% win rate through a 7th game. But what will Church of Murky's response be? They've taken out 2 of the winningest heroes, leaving 1, which means that the draft from Bunker Fun Time won't be exactly what they've won with in the past. It's going to be an ETC Greymane. Very smart pickups here from Church of Murky, because ETC and Greymane will definitely benefit from Sylvanas turning off towers and could aid in the dive of Bunker Funtime, so wanting to take those picks away. Very well scouted. We will see Johanna picked up by Bunker Funtime, as well as Anduin. Anduin, one of their winningest healers, but at 11 and 4, they've got a lot of winning heroes. Johanna, especially strong wave clear, all-important wave clear here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. As we come into the second ban phase, it will be a Ragnaros ban, wanting to control those solo lane options with Zool already off the board is Church of Murky. We'll see if Bunker Funtime continues the solo lane choke or if they've got something else in mind here for their final ban. Mrs. Windup Bird was looking to sub for one of these teams. I believe from my pregame discussions, Bunker Funtime was possibly looking for a sub, but ended up finding a rostered individual at the last moment, so they didn't need that off-roster sub. Maybe next time, Mrs. Windup Bird. We did see Kel'Thuzad banned away by Bunker Funtime. Definitely a strong outplay hero, and with such a small map as Tomb of the Spider Queen, it's tough to get away from Kel'Thuzad and deny him those quest stacks. We're going to see a Tassadar and a White Mane come out for Church of Murky. Tassadar very strong in the wave clear department, and with ETC and Greymane already picked, wave clear was something that they were missing. White Mane, a very good counter dive healer, could help in denying those Sylvanas tower dives. We're going to see a Malthael picked up on the side of Bunker Funtime. Malthael, strong wave clear, strong presence there in the solo lane. And it's going to be a Raynor to finish it off. Raynor Sylvanas, a strong sieging duo. An all-around strong composition here from Bunker Funtime, but we've also got a very strong composition from Church of Murky. I'm interested to see who they're going to put in the solo lane versus that Malthael. There's still a lot of good options on the board. Leoric, a very strong map pick, being able to safely soak and collect those gems. We also have Sonya as a possibility. Let's see what they're thinking. It's going to be a Yrel. Yrel able to bully that Malthael out of lane just a little bit with that big swinging hammer. We'll see how that solo lane matchup gels out. But the teams are set. We're getting ready to go into Tomb of the Spider Queen for Game 1 of Bunker Funtime versus Church of Murky. Let's get into it. Alright, as we load in here to Tomb of the Spider Queen, we were reminded of the drafts on both sides. Looks like we're going to get going here in just a moment. There it is. There it is, and there it goes. On the left, in blue, we have Bunker Funtime with Zednam on the Johanna. Aluminibri will be playing that Malthael. Fig Double will be on Anduin. Bone Z will be playing the Sylvanas, and Fathom Z Deep on the Raynor. Coming in on the right side is Church of Murky with Shock playing the ETC. J-Show will be on Tassadar. Redbeard will be playing that Yrel. Orion on Greymane, and Big Gully on White Mane. Let's get into it here. Malthael heading straight down to the bottom lane, wanting to have anything to do with that opening fight. Probably a good idea, as Malthael can get caught out a little bit, especially against this Tassadar ETC comp. Both teams will be looking to very quickly clear that wave and get their rotation started. Yrel looking for a possible gank opportunity before going down. Looks like we've got wave clear on the side of Church of Murky, doing well at the start here, getting that early rotation as Yrel heads down to handle this Malthael. Church of Murky, very strong rotations here in the opening minute. Moving actually faster than the wave could get back here to the center. But with that Greymane cocktail and that Tassadar Q, wave clear, no issue for Church of Murky. Bottom lane matchup. Gentlemanly agreement in the bottom lane to just clear those waves. And looks like Bunker Funtime starting to catch up on that rotation just a bit. As we see Whitemane and Greymane going for an early bruiser camp here. Using that early wave clear lead to get a start on those camps. Seeding some momentum in order to get that mid lane push. Mid lane very important here on Tomb of the Spider Queen because it gives you access to both turn-in points, allowing you to keep vision on your side of the map. Levels very even here as Aluminibri and Redbeard battle it out here in the bottom lane. Both very high sustain heroes. And here comes that bruiser camp battling down the wall of Bunker Funtime. It looks like it's going to get one tower at the very least here. And there it goes. But the clear starting to come out. That spell shield is going to go away here in a moment, and the teams will have to go back to their rotations. Redbeard trying to bully Aluminibri away from those gems, but can't quite do it as the battle continues in the solo lane. Zednam going for a big condemn, but Church of Murky able to safely disengage due to that force wall. It looks like Greymane looking to sneak around the bottom side out of sight to get this bottom camp. Let's see if Bunker Funtime sniffs that out, or if they maintain their rotation here between the top and the mid lane. Rotation slightly out of sync now as we see Bunker Funtime retreating back to the wall to capture those gems, and in the mid lane, Church of Murky doing the same. Looks like no one caught that Greymane in the bottom camp, so it will be going over to the side of Church of Murky. Very nicely done there as Fathoms Deep taking a lot of damage from that Tassadar Q. Very high damage ability, though it does root Tassadar, so he's got to be careful when he casts it. Looks like we've got a possible gank attempt down here onto Aluminibri. Shock looking to drop his gems, but a good interrupt here from Sylvanas. Means that Shock will have to wait for another opportunity, as 3 members from Bunker Funtime denying that rotation. Now they're collapsing here onto Redbeard, but with that trait, Leap manages to get out of there scot-free. Johanna here, soaking in the mid lane. Raynor taking care of those top minions, as both teams going to hit level 7 here very shortly. Coming in at about the same time. Force Wall trying to get those gems off of Tassadar and Whitemane, but not happening. We got a slide here onto Raynor, and Raynor gets taken out by Greymane. A little bit of counter pressure onto the Tassadar, but it looks like Bunker Funtime is going to have to back off here as Church of Murky completes their... Actually, it was Bunker Funtime that completed their turn-in. I missed where that happened. Like Church of Murky had the space, but there must have been a turn-in in the bottom lane that I missed. So the first Webweaver wave will be going over to the side of Bunker Funtime as we see Sylvanas aiding this push here in the bottom, wanting to make sure those towers are converted on this very first objective. Redbeard doing their best to push back this Sylvanas push. As we have 4 here pushing in the bot lane, we've got a Raynor in the top lane now being responded to by ETC and Greymane. But with this wall down, Bunker Funtime sees the value they got and is going to head on over to the mid lane, hoping to get another wall here. No turrets were taken out in the top lane, but it looks like they may get at least one here in the middle. That first objective, always a little bit suspect on how much value you're actually going to get, but a good amount of wall damage here. I'd say that's a win here for Bunker Funtime. But with a lot of gems here on the side of Church of Murky, Aluminibri scouting this out, wanting to make sure that there's not a quick turn-in here. Good vision control coming out from Bunker Funtime, making sure that Church of Murky do not get a free turn-in with Shock holding 27 gems. He's actually 1 off of having a solo, 2 off of having a solo turn-in here. At this stage of the game, it's all about vision. It's all about knowing where your opponents are. We see Greymane, Tassadar, and Whitemane getting this bruiser camp again, trying to control that middle lane, trying to control the vision around these turn-ins, as we see Redbeard taking an opportunity to drop off 10. That will make it all the easier for Church of Murky to convert their first turn-in of the game. So it looks like Johanna in a little bit of trouble here, manages to escape the wall stun from Yrel. Fathoms Deep also a little bit low here, and a cursed bullet out onto Johanna, but Iron Skin is popped, and it looks like Johanna will walk away, but ETC with a great slide. Anduin almost had the save, but Whitemane had that W connected, and it will be a turn-in for Church of Murky. A very nice set of abilities there. Almost got Johanna out. Very good patience there from Church of Murky in converting that Johanna kill. And now level 10's coming in for Bunker Funtime. We've got to dive under the tower here, and that's Anduin going down, and the Yrel chase also takes out Sylvanas. They don't care at all about this tower as they move in here. Yrel taking a ton of armor damage, is going to have to get away from that angry tower. With 2 members down, there's not much that Bunker Funtime can do against this push. Tassadar getting some poke damage, but taking a lot of fort damage in the meantime, as we see that middle fort go down, and Church of Murky rotating here to the top with a fairly healthy Web Weaver. Let's see how much more value they can get as they just shred that wall, clearing the wave, but here comes Bunker Funtime looking to defend this fort. Good cleanse here out on Redbeard. Another curse bullet, but a light bomb in response catches 2. Looks like Zednam will retreat. The Blessed Shield did go out, and Greymane getting killed by that Raynor, who was just poking relentlessly from that bottom position. Very nicely done to find that damage after that Blessed Shield disengage, and it looks like, oh no, Aluminibri manages to mount up and escape the onslaught, or do they? Oh, Yrel almost landing that jump, keeping those 24 gems safe. Very nicely done there by Aluminibri in the bottom lane. ETC still sitting on 40 gems, wants to get those off of him as soon as possible. But this bottom turn-in is being watched by Bunker Funtime. The Tassadar wall providing the disengage. Shock looking for any opportunity to turn in, but it will be Zednam looking to turn in the gems of their own. As the fight continues around this bottom vision, with Tassadar poking out all the members of Bunker Funtime. Raynor looking to deny ETC that turn-in as well, as the fight for vision continues. The mid lane pressure is on the side. Oh, and we see some pressure onto Zednam, but Anduin once again with that leap of faith gets Johanna out of trouble. But can they continue to stop this ETC turn-in? Aluminibri will have the one interrupt. Can they have more? But no, we actually had a turn-in from Bunker Funtime in the top lane, which means Shock is going to have to be careful a while longer, as the second turn-in for Bunker Funtime is coming down the lanes now. Looks like we've got to focus onto the top lane, onto the boss lane for Bunker Funtime. They want to get this fort down to help that vision and help that lane pressure in case they get a boss opportunity. Looks like Church of Murky going for a fast clear onto the middle so that they can go back up and defend this push. But with the Sylvanas turning off the towers, this fort is going to just melt. But looks like we've got a collapse here onto Aluminibri. Instead of going to respond to the 4-man push, they gank the solo laner. But with this bottom fort already gone, looks like they'll get a quick clear, while Bunker Funtime pushes here onto the keep wall. Hyperion is committed. They're going to get this wall. Will they try to get more? Looks like Redbeard is back. We've got ETC and Whitemane rotating up, and Bunker Funtime will not be greedy here, will not go after this keep, though they did get about 30% damage on it, which means it'll be harder for Church of Murky to keep this lane pressure and keep vision on this boss. Looks like we may have a collapse here onto J-Show, but hearthing out safely is our Tassadar player. Very well done, avoiding that rotation from Bunker Funtime. Malthiel doing what Malthiel does best, and that's solo a bruiser camp, while Tassadar and Whitemane working on the camp here on the side of Church of Murky. Those two camps will clash here, as Sylvanas actually taking the opportunity to grab that bottom siege camp while the bruiser camp is taken. Very nice value play here coming out from Bunker Funtime, as the team's going to clash here, trying to work on clearing these waves, as we did see Shock dropping off those gems in the meantime. Good job finding an opportunity to do that, as we will have Church of Murky's Web Weavers pushing down the lanes here. But we've got a siege camp here in the bottom lane, stalling that one out. The top push from the earlier Web Weaver wave means the top Web Weaver will be taking its time coming down the top lane. So the middle lane is really the only lane to focus on for both of these teams. We still had a Spell Shield Aura on the side of Church of Murky. Ults are committed, and we do see Yrel going down to that Blessed Shield engage from Johanna. And Church of Murky's going to have to disengage. Shock in a lot of trouble here. That Hyperion chasing him down, but Gully taken out by the last rites, and Raynor with that high damage chase will take out ETC. Tassadar the next to fall from that Malthiel chase, and Bunker Funtime with a great D-push there in the middle lane. They've really got that Light Bomb plus Blessed Shield combo down to prevent any sort of engage that Church of Murky wants to make there. And they will take this opportunity to grab the boss. They don't have quite the lane presence that they want. They won't have that vision control, but with 3 members down on the side of Church of Murky, this boss will be free to push down this halfway damaged top keep. We'll have to see what Church of Murky's response is here. They've only got 20 gems, and Bunker Funtime does have another turn-in available. It looks like no one will be here to stop this top turn-in, so we will have a boss heading down the top lane, followed closely by Web Weavers. This will be a very difficult push to hold. Shock, a little bit caught out, uses the slide to reposition there. Gonna have to get back to that keep. Aluminibri on the chase, getting as much damage as they can out. Cursed Bullet onto Aluminibri. We've got the Light Bomb engage. Unstoppable on Tassadar, but still just too much damage, as we see the Ardent Defender from Yrel keeping alive, but Bagully and Shock low in the back line. Bagully is going to have to heal up as this top keep goes down, and we may have a push to core here for Bunker Funtime. With Tassadar down, Hyperion goes out. They're definitely going on to core here. Yrel doing their best to get the DPS of Bunker Funtime off this core. Aluminibri actually being chased out by Greymane. Will go down there. Fathoms Deep now has to retreat here, and it looks like Bunker Funtime may have to retreat, but the core at 45%. Can they stay and get this down? Bonesy committing to the core, but will go down here. 15% on the core. We've got a whole minion wave, though. 10%. Big stun by ETC. Can they stop it? No! The core goes down, and game 1 goes over to the side of Bunker Funtime. Very well done. Really, really great push coming out at the end there. Church of Murky almost holding on, putting up a great defense on the core with both a boss and the objective barreling down that top lane, getting the important kills, but in the end, just too much minion pressure to keep that core alive. Very well done from Bunker Funtime in that game to get those anti-engage ults out from Anduin and Johanna, and to finish that push with Sylvanas. Sylvanas remaining undefeated for Bunker Funtime at 7-0. Very nicely done. As I go to update the score. Update this. Perfect. Wow, what a game 1 here between Bunker Funtime and Church of Murky. And I'll be reaching out to the captains, see where we are going for our next game. Let's find, there we go. Looks like we've been joined by Zool Rules in the chat. How are you doing this fine evening? Gotta keep hydrated here. All right, we have a pick for the map. And we'll get this lobby loaded up. So update the map choice here. Bada bing, bada boom. Excellent. All right, we're cruising right along. I'm interested to see if Church of Murky changes up their ban strategy here. We saw the Mal'Ganis and Deckard choices in the first ban slots, but will they switch one of those to Sylvanas here for the next map, or will they possibly have a plan to counter that Sylvanas in mind? We'll have to see as we are working on forming our lobby here for game number 2. So I take another drag on this lovely apple cinnamon tea. My wife's been brewing herself. I'd recommend it to you, but it is homemade. All you need to do is listen to what your wife tells you when she says how to make it. I know she's got this big jar in the fridge that's full of cinnamon sticks and apple slices, and she leaves it in there with, like, I think sugar, something to help it ferment for a lot of days. And after a while, you just boil it, and it tastes amazing. Lovely tea here. The lobby is being formed here for game number 2 between Bunker Funtime and Church of Murky. It will be first pick going over to Bunker Funtime once again. Let me just make sure the lobby mode is set up. We've got tournament draft. We've got first draft team. Still showing as coin toss. That's not as good. Just make sure that they get that fixed up. Want to make sure it's not a coin toss. That would be a busted draft. We are loading up here into Sky Temple. Sky Temple, we do see an emphasis on that neutral boss pit. We see some emphasis onto macro play, as it is one of the few maps in the pool where the game may not necessarily be decided by a team fight. It could be decided by superior macro pressure. So there are certain heroes you want to watch out for. Most notably Falstad, with that global and that gust, is very, very strong for boss control. So we'll see if Falstad is picked up in this draft. Zagara, another pick that we sometimes see on Sky Temple, who's able to control a lot of lanes, control a lot of vision, and keep those lanes pushed out here on Sky Temple. Could see that as well. Though, with Bunker Funtime having a very specific strategy, they may just stick to what works and go with that. Ryan Jones, thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate the support. We are still preparing. 1 sec BRB has been called, as we are preparing here for game number 2. Let's see, Daisy May 128k, my bot, my Crushinator in joke, giving you all the info that you might need on the Nexus Gaming series. If you're not already aware, not already in the know, you can check out nexusgamingseries.org to see everything about the league, and you can use that Discord invite to check in with all the members and all the players and learn more about the league directly. All right, looks like the teams are getting ready. Let them know that I'm ready. And we will get underway very shortly here for game number 2 between Bunker Funtime and Church of Murky. Teams are showing that they're ready. So before this draft heats up, let's take one more look here at the map screen. Church of Murky did win the opening flip and chose map pick. The Church of Murky map bans were Cursed Hollow and Alterac Pass. Bunker Funtime choosing to ban out Volskaya Foundry and Infernal Shrines. Tomb of the Spider Queen was picked by Church of Murky. Bunker Funtime was the winner there, and Game 2, once again chosen by Church of Murky, coming in to Sky Temple. Let's get into the draft here, as we see Bunker Funtime with first ban opportunity. Let's see if they've got a similar ban strategy or if they've got something a little sneaky in mind here for Sky Temple. Sylvanas, still a possibility here on Sky Temple. Honestly, with the current anomaly here in Heroes of the Storm, Sylvanas is something that you can take on any map and really get value. We're going to see the Kael'thas ban once again here on Sky Temple. Not quite as powerful here, but it could be they've got an inside scoop onto a particular Kael'thas player on the side of Church of Murky. We will once again see the Mal'Ganis ban. They don't want anything to do with the Dreadlord here from Bunker Funtime. Let's see, maybe these bans just go exactly the same. Maybe they trust their scouting. Maybe they're not thinking that there's going to be a lot of difference in the map. We do see the Zool banned out once again. Zool not quite as OP as he used to be, but still very, very strong. There's no denying that wave clear. As Zool banned once again. Will it be the Deckard ban, or will they ban that Sylvanas? Who are they more afraid of? Here from Bunker Funtime. Let's see what Church of Murky chooses. It will be once again the Deckard ban, leaving Sylvanas open to be taken should it be wanted by Bunker Funtime. Will we see the Sylvanas, or will we see a higher priority onto a different hero? It's going to be that Sylvanas, once again, looking for that push power, looking to be able to turn off those structures for dive. Can't really go wrong with the Sylvanas in this patch. Now, with an opportunity for the double pick response, is Church of Murky. Are they going to put some weight on the global presence, or are they going to think about some anti-Sylvanas strategy here? Or do they just stick with what they know? Do they stick to the plan? It's going to be a Greymane, and it's going to be a Dahaka. So they are putting some stock into that global presence here. Dahaka, a strong pick here on Sky Temple. Being able to control that bottom lane. There's some good bush placement throughout the bottom. It's going to be Johanna once again, and Anduin once again. A very, pretty much identical draft here. Coming out from Bunker Funtime. What will Church of Murky do to disrupt this? Last time we saw the Raynor picked up, we saw the Malthael picked up on the side of Bunker Funtime. This may not be as strong a Malthael map, but Raynor is always in season. Will we see that banned, or are they more worried about something else? It will be the Raynor ban. They want to throw a bit of a wrench into that Bunker Funtime draft. With Greymane and Dahaka already picked up, Mal'Ganis off the board, we might see an ETC ban here. Just to mess with that Church of Murky draft and also take a strong tank off the board, leaving fewer options here for a Johanna counter. It will be that ETC ban. So, Garrosh still on the board, Anubarak, Arthas still on the board. Blaze main tank, not out of the question, though not as prevalent with some teams here in Division D East. We actually used to see that out of Bunker Funtime. We saw that Blaze main tank. We haven't seen that in a little bit. Instead, we're going to see an Orphea and a Malfurion here on the side of Church of Murky. Orphea, a very good outplay style mage, similar to Kel'Thuzad here. In this current patch, he did receive a bit of a buff recently with that Chomp cooldown reduction. And with Malfurion giving that Innervate, it means Orphea can cast a whole lot, deal a whole lot of damage. We're actually going to have a Murky here on the side of Bunker Funtime, bringing out something interesting, and it will be that Falstad that I mentioned earlier in the draft. Good global presence, good boss control. And we've got a main tank pick. How are they going to answer this Murky pick? Dahaka can do some decent work versus the Murky. His auto attacks are a little bit slow for that pufferfish, which can make that matchup a little bit difficult. But Orphea, with all the chase they really need to take out the Murky, it's going to be a Tyrael as the final pick. Tyrael, Greymane, a long-standing combo, using that Sanctification to give Greymane all the room that they could possibly want to get those Worgen auto attacks off. Very interesting drafts coming out here from both teams on Sky Temple. Is Bunker Funtime memeing? Do they have the secret strats here with the Murky? We're going into Sky Temple. It's Bunker Funtime versus Church of Murky, using the Murky against them. Let's get into game number 2. Alright, loading into Sky Temple. Once again in the blue is Bunker Funtime, with Zednam playing the Johanna. Aluminibri will be on the Murky, Bone Z on Sylvanas, Fig Double will be playing Anduin, and Fathom Z Deep on the Falstad as the sprays and dances go out. But on the right side, in the red, we have Church of Murky with Shock on the Tyrael. The Gully will be playing Malfurion, J-Show on that Orphea, Redbeard on the Dahaka, and Orion on the Greymane. Let's get it going here on Sky Temple. Very interesting drafts. It looks like Church of Murky going straight for that top vision, but we do see the Sylvanas push in the bottom lane from Bunker Funtime. Church of Murky not exactly in a position to contest this. There's a bit of a delay, but here they go. Sylvanas looking to get onto this wall. Can Church of Murky respond in time? Dahaka looking for the tongue, but Iron Skin is used. Zednam now doesn't have that Iron Skin to retreat, is rooted, but they find the kill on Murky. Zednam able to escape with the help of Anduin on that Fig Double. Anduin on that Fig Double, with Fig Double on the Anduin, as we see Dahaka burrowing to the top lane, trying to get a bit of value here, as we see Sylvanas going to go versus that Dahaka, with Murky actually in the bottom lane, looking at a 1-3-1 setup for the meantime versus the 1-4 rotation coming out from Church of Murky. Interesting macro decision here from Bunker Funtime. Will Church of Murky have to change their strategy a little bit in response? Orphea doing a lot of work versus that Murky pufferfish, as we see the siege camp going down on the side of Church of Murky, where it's just getting started here for Bunker Funtime. Here comes the invade with Tyrael looking to get onto this camp. Fig Double in a bit of trouble here. Getting chased down by Church of Murky, is going to escape. Fathom Z Deep just did use that E. Zednam looking to control this camp, but it's going to go over to the side of Church of Murky. And we will see Sylvanas going down here. A very strong start for Church of Murky macro-wise, as they're able to answer the 1-3-1 and keep that Murky at bay. As Dahaka retreating to the top lane, getting that experience, and they'll have an early level 4 here. The stolen siege camp is taken out, but the strong side siege camp for Church of Murky now pushing down this bottom wall. The rest of Bunker Funtime clearing this middle lane, but one tower already down here. Aluminibri taking a bit of damage from Orion, looking to harass as much as possible. That egg gonna be in a bit of a contested area sooner rather than later here, as Church of Murky really hoping to get this tower down, doing as much poke as they can with the Tyrael and the Malfurion, but they're gonna have to back off as the rest of Bunker Funtime coming down to defend it. Falstad now taking the top versus this Dahaka. As we see the temples activating soon, Orpheus starting up this back bruiser camp, joined by Orion and Bagulli. They want to get this pushing down the top lane to allow better access to this top shrine. As we see Murky and Sylvanas actually pushing down this bottom tower. Every bit of siege damage matters here on Sky Temple. If you are ahead in structure health, that puts you in a much better position on the objective, as you only have to trade for the rest of the game. As we see Sylvanas and Murky focusing fully onto this siege versus Tyrael, as a trade still goes on with this middle and top shrine. Now with Orphea coming in, it looks like Alaminibri and Bonesy will have to back off, but with that wall taken down, that is a big advantage over on the side of Bunker Funtime. But speaking of advantages, we've got a fully healthy bruiser camp along with the objective, and it is going to plow down this top fort. Meanwhile, Zednam being chased away by Tyrael and Orphea, and the final shots on this mid objective are going to go over to Church of Murky. Meanwhile, Murky, still being a pest here in the bottom lane, wants to set up for that second objective with as much siege damage as possible. Here comes Sylvanas to aid in that. Falstad looking to clear that top camp. Meanwhile, the rest of Church of Murky looking for a possible pick here in the middle lane. Bone Z is jumped on by Greymane, but with the E manages to escape back to the center. But the drag onto Johanna, can they get the kill? Johanna going down in the middle lane. Murky using those bribe stacks to take this top siege camp, doing what Murky does best, which is draw your attention away and around the map. We've got a heavy push here from Church of Murky onto the middle fort. These teams wasting no time getting as much siege damage in the early game as possible, as we have even levels, 8-8 for both of our teams here. Murky doing the best to keep Orphea away from the team fights. Tyrael and Malfurion now responding, but the invulnerable from Murky coming out. But Murky is not long for this world as Orphea finishes that kill, and now we may have a fight here. Dahaka is burrowing down onto this siege camp. We've got a 5v4 situation as Falstad has to barrel roll out of there. Murky staying on this point, allowing the team to re-engage. There goes Murky. Zednam now takes Murky's place on the point. Orion jumping onto Sylvanas there at the top. Orphea with the chase. Can Tyrael convert that kill? And that is Sylvanas going down. Is Zednam next? Zednam doesn't look like they have Iron Skin out. And Dahaka converting that kill with the Dark Swarm. Murky's egg has been taken down, so Alaminibri going to have to be careful here. 20 seconds till they can lay that egg once again. Church of Murky looking to get some damage onto this bottom keep. They're going to have to be careful, though. They don't have Sylvanas to shut it down. It looks like they're going to give this for now. The tower being taken out. Orion is actually going to get some time here onto this tower, and it looks like they're going to take this bottom fort down. Oh no, he's got to back out. This is going to survive with just a sliver of health here. As we see Sylvanas and Falstad working on this top bruiser camp. Church of Murky wanting to get this fort down. Give Bunker Funtime one less place to retreat to, as we see a level 10 lead here for Church of Murky. And there the fort goes down to the objective. 10's coming in for Bunker Funtime, as I remember to put the talents up late in the game once again. I swear I'm going to get better at that. I'm sorry, chat. And we've got a counter push here in the top lane. They're actually skipping the wall entirely, using Sylvanas to turn that off, completely ignoring the objective in order to get this top fort. But the counterplay from Church of Murky is to see that and simply take the boss. Very nice job, knowing that they have no chance to respond to this top push, instead getting value wherever they can. And this boss is going to be pushing down this fort already gone. It will be going on to this keep wall, which is already destroyed by the objective. So Bunker Funtime is going to have to respond to that very quickly here, as the rest of Church of Murky looking to clear out this top camp. Orphea almost certainly going to get the chase kill onto Murky, and there they go. This boss may get a bit of damage onto this keep before it is taken out here by Bunker Funtime. Meanwhile, the back camp of Church of Murky picked up here. They want to get those lanes under control. Murky sneaking in, looking for that siege camp. Will they make it in time with the bribe? Of course he will. And that camp is stolen away from Church of Murky, and Murky sneaking off. Just sneaking away like the little sneak that he is. Very nicely done by Aluminibri, keeping that macro pressure up. Sylvanas going to clear that top camp push. Meanwhile, Church of Murky looking for a bush gank. They know that if they can string together some kills, that's their opportunity to get that pressure. Zednam still has the Iron Skin, but a lot of damage going out. Can Redbeard find the drag? No, the Iron Skin lasts just long enough. And Johanna gets away scot-free. As Church of Murky now going down onto this siege camp, they said, we lost ours, so we're going to take yours instead. Iron Skin popped early from Johanna. They're not going to be able to use it to get onto this siege camp. And away it goes. Top and bottom temples now coming up in 15 seconds. This siege camp is going to mean that contesting this bottom shrine is going to be very difficult for Bunker Funtime. Though they have mostly ignored objectives up to this point, it looks like Sylvanas preparing this middle fort for a possible push. But with Falstad in trouble versus this Dahaka, looks like Fathom Z Deep is going to get away. Redbeard now being chased down by Murky and Sylvanas, but will get away. Orphea coming up just in case it was needed, and a temple trade here. And this bottom keep certainly going down to this bottom objective. Meanwhile, this top objective is only firing on the mid fort of Church of Murky. We've got a definite structure advantage here for Church of Murky, which is exactly where you want to be versus this Sylvanas Murky composition. Zednam looking to pick up a couple shots here, but the rest of Church of Murky, it's going to be a 3v3, now a 3v4 with Falstad in the bottom lane. Light Bomb is committed. Murky ult is out. Can Malfurion keep Orion alive? It looks like Greymane is going to have the E out in a moment, but no, is caught by Johanna, but not before the counter kill onto Sylvanas. Actually, I think Sylvanas went down in the mid to Orphea there. And the chase is on. Can Johanna keep everyone? No, the Sanctification is going to go out under that fort, and Church of Murky will remain alive. It is a 1-for-1 plus a Murky, who's already back here in the bottom lane. Still a couple of shots on this bottom objective. Zednam and Shock both looking to pick it up here. The top objective is now being collected by Dahaka. So Church of Murky, without their Dahaka being able to burrow down, is going to have to retreat here, or they're in a bit of trouble. Yes, they are going to retreat to their fort, which does manage to survive for the meantime. Though Bunker Funtime probably wants this down as soon as possible here, as Dahaka picking up the final shots onto this top keep wall. And there it is, the bottom fort going down. Bunker Funtime looking for more structure advantage here, though level 16 is about to come in. For Church of Murky, they see this camp invade with this 4v5. Dahaka not quite having that burrow up yet. It looks like Bunker Funtime will steal it away. I'm not sure, since the opening minutes, that either team has actually taken the siege camp on their side of the map. It's been invades and invades only. Falstad looking to counter that Dahaka pressure in the top lane. Meanwhile, the clear in the bot lane from Greymane and Orphea is there. The boss coming up in 30 seconds. Murky wanting to keep vision on that. That will be a big focal point here. As for Church of Murky, that boss will be marching straight onto the core. And we do see Murky bribing that friendly siege camp, an oddity here in this game between Bunker Funtime and Church of Murky. Both teams now working on that bruiser camp pressure. They will clash in the top lane around the middle. Murky still keeping vision while Dahaka de-pushes that bottom siege camp. Shock does not notice the Murky here. Both teams going to keep vision of this boss until the next objective comes up. We'll see if anyone can get the jump here. Both teams very, very cautious. There's Murky. Is getting blown up. Oh, we may have a catch onto the Falstad, but Falstad manages to barrel roll away before Redbeard can connect with that drag. We've got an engage here from Church of Murky. Can they catch the Zed? The holy ground keeping Sylvanas out, but the Wailing Arrow out means Malfurion and Orphea both going down. Shock could be next. Redbeard is blown away by the Falstad, and looks like Redbeard is caught. Shock could be next, but Tyrael's extra speed. Looks like Tyrael will manage to get away for now. The Greymane escaping as well. And Bunker Funtime not having the gust, but having the 5-2 advantage, will be picking up this boss. And with a bottom temple spawned, they will have the boss pushing out that lane. And it will be very difficult for Church of Murky to respond to this. Tyrael looking for a possible boss steal here. Can they keep him off the point? A great route from Anduin stops the Eldruin's might from going out, and that is Bunker Funtime picking up that boss. Murky picking up this objective, at least for now. Getting a couple shots as they can. The top bruiser camp. Oh, sounded like somebody disconnected. Looks like we might have a disconnect here. An unfortunate timing for that. Luckily not in the middle of a team fight, as I'll bring you back to my screen as we figure out. And hopefully we get our Murky player Alaminibri back in the game shortly. Teams right now on a fairly even structure count, 3-2 on the side of Church of Murky, with the boss barreling down the bottom lane for Bunker Funtime and the Bruiser Camp barreling down the top lane for Church of Murky. This is still either team's game. It will come down to, can the Sylvanas Murky keep that tower pressure up, or can Church of Murky find the kills they need to push down the remaining structures? So I take a moment to rehydrate here. Looks like the teams are getting ready. Bring it back to the game. Pause or break key. Oh, there it is. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, looks like we are back into the action. Alaminibri rejoining us here, as we couldn't possibly move forward without it. Very nicely done. We will see the boss being burned down by Church of Murky, while Falstad D pushes that top lane with the 2 catapults. It's a lot of damage onto that bottom keep, with the objective that bottom keep is probably going down here. Let's see what those final shots can finish it off. Pow, 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 pow. It is! So 2 keeps to 2 remaining. And here comes that Sylvanas Murky sneaking around the top lane, wanting to get as many bits of structure damage as possible out here. They're going to get 1 tower, possibly more, as Murky now has to back off. The black arrows are taken. Full hearth here from Church of Murky, as they have to respond to this top push. Oh, but they found Sylvanas in the bush. That's not good. Sylvanas going down. Murky will be next. Sylvanas not quite getting that hearth off, and can Church of Murky convert this into some structure damage? They've got 50 seconds without Sylvanas on the map. We do see the siege camp picked up for Bunker Funtime. We'll be pushing down that bottom lane straight to core, but it looks like Church of Murky wants to snowball that kill into a possible top keep here. Getting right ahead of that minion wave. They want to get all the time they can onto this top keep, while Bunker Funtime is backing here, looking for the defense. Half health on this top keep. Orion wanting to stay connected as much as possible, but Falstad with the wind tunnel and the light bomb catches all of Church of Murky underneath this keep, and Tyrael is going to go down. Fathom Z Deep is taking a lot of damage from that Orpheald, but gets on out of there, as we only have a Tyrael kill. Really, really well done from Church of Murky to only give up 1 hero there. That was an amazing ult from Falstad. Can Redbeard get out of there? Zednam with the coin flip does not check the top bush, and Redbeard will escape. Temple activating in the top and the mid. Dahaka has to come back. to stop as much tower damage as possible here. Johanna checking this bottom camp. J-Show still not found, is found now. The Bruiser camp picked up on the side of Bunker Funtime. Zednam and Aluminibri looking to use that. Oh goodness, I can't talk anymore. Zednam is actually extracted by Anduin, getting there just in time. They lose the camp, but they keep the Johanna alive. Infinitely more important. An amazing play there from Fig Double to keep Zednam alive and in the game. The drag does land onto Falstad, and it looks like we're going to have a battle level 20 to level 21 over this middle objective. It is a 5v5 team fight. A big wind tunnel comes out, and along with the light bomb and the wailing arrow, a huge wombo, and that's Greymane down before Sanctification can come out. Orphea working in the back on the Sylvanas, but Begully is taken out by the Johanna and the Murky combo. Bonesy using that E to get away. Amazing recovery there from our Sylvanas player. Orphea is going to go down to the chase. Shock and Redbeard are scattered to the winds, and it looks like the objective and possibly more going to be picked up by Bunker Funtime. Dahaka looking to get as many shots as they can up there, but could this be too little too late? Managing to get a little bit of speed versus this Murky. Zednam missing with the Condemn, but Fig Double on the chase. The root not connecting. Looks like Dahaka will get out of there using that bush movement speed to good use. Sylvanas managing to snipe that siege camp before Dahaka can respond, but Dahaka looking to get on top of this Sylvanas. Sylvanas with the mount speed escaping the drag. Wow. Really, really amazing wombo combos coming out here from Bunker Funtime. Church of Murky had a super strong early game with those fights, but with this wind tunnel light bomb combo, we'll have to see if Church of Murky can find the adjustments here. They do have no keeps left. The boss is up. That they're going to have to work, and they're going to have to work fast because they can no longer rely on simply trading out objectives. They're going to have to push the envelope if they want to get a game number 3 here versus Bunker Funtime. Looking to position around the boss. Zednam has the vision. Shock and Redbeard have the vision here. Redbeard looking to scout the other bush. Gets the drag onto the Johanna. Very nicely scouted there before the Iron Skin could come out. Both teams still working on this bottom vision. Murky demanding a response at the core. Redbeard is going to go back. We'll see if we get a pause push by Bunker Funtime after Dahaka shows, but Dahaka with that global could rejoin at any time. So the standoff continues here around the boss, though every second that passes is in the favor of Bunker Funtime as the next objective going straight onto the core. And it looks like more members backing here for Church of Murky. They want to take as little core damage as possible. And the boss has been started by Bunker Funtime. Falstad looking to stop the engage here from Church of Murky. Murky looking to delay this as well. Shock sees it happening. The rest of Church of Murky is going to have to move up here, and with Murky down, they can move unhindered onto this boss. Bunker Funtime sees that their fun times may come to an end if they continue, so they let the boss chain, let that health reset. But with temples activating in the top and the mid, it is now an impossible choice here for Church of Murky. Are they going to get onto the objectives? But they're going to start this boss. Zednam, though, sees it happening. Aluminibri sees it happening as well. Looks like they're going to have to force a team fight as quickly as they can. Murky will be going down here. But with Sylvanas on the top and Falstad pushing down the core, it looks like Church of Murky will not be getting there in time. Really, really great play from both teams, but it is Bunker Funtime that gets the 2-0 domination. And there, in that game, we saw another picture-perfect example of how the ending of a Sky Temple game may not be decided by a team fight. It may just be decided by too many places to be in the final minutes. 8 kills to 9. Falstad coming out with top damage. Actually, top damage across the board with the 0 deaths. They just... Church of Murky just could not find him for those kills. But very well played by both teams there. Sylvanas now 8-0 for Bunker Funtime. Ending up with 4 deaths there, but those 4 deaths well earned with those Sylvanas Murky pushes onto walls. Very nicely done by Bunker Funtime. All right. Let me see if they're... Yes, oh. Shortly. All right, let's see if we can get a quick post-game interview with Bunker Funtime. Before I do that, let me quickly update the score. Bada boom, bada boom, bada bing. There it is. All right. We'll get into a lobby, and let's see if we can get a member of Bunker Funtime in for a quick interview.
Hello.
And there we are. Hello, Zednam.
How's it going?
Going
that was a
well.
fun game to watch because that was a fun game to play.
That was a very interesting series. A 2-0 domination for Bunker Funtime. That's got to feel good.
Oh, that feels amazing. Those games were tense, though. They really had us on our back foot in the beginnings of each one.
Absolutely. Very much back and forth in those games there.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Couldn't
coming
believe it
coming into the match here, it seemed like you both had each other pretty well scouted out in terms of the map bans, the hero bans. Well, did you have any trouble getting the drafts that you wanted there?
We have our contingency plans. I can't speak. Contingency plans for everything, so I'm not really worried as a team what we get banned off of. So,
Okay. We saw that they did have the Mal'Ganis and Deckard picked out for you, but you did manage to get that Sylvanas, which is now 8-0 for you guys, actually. Very, very strong hero for your squad. Very well done there.
Yeah, Bones is awesome. I love him, even though we blame him for everything.
Yeah, we definitely saw Sylvanas play to great effect today. I mean, game number 1 there on Tomb of the Spider Queen. It looked like the Church of Murky did have you on the ropes there, but you had some great counter engages with the Light Bomb Blessed Shield. Is that a combo you guys use a lot?
Actually, no. We used it in the beginning of the season, but we decided to stay off it for a little bit. Then we went back to it for some odd reason. Oh yeah, because they banned Mal'Ganis.
The Mal'Ganis was banned away there for sure, yeah. But it was really, I thought it was really impressive how you managed to hold at those keep walls with that combo and regain map pressure. Very nicely done there in game number 1.
Oh yeah, we were pretty surprised they pushed in that far onto us with, I don't know, with all our ults up. I was surprised by that.
Yeah,
But
nice.
we took advantage.
Good aggressive play, but a better response there for sure. Secured game number 1. Now, game 2, Sky Temple, we saw the late Murky pick versus Church of Murky of all teams. That looked like a very well-practiced strategy with the Sylvanas Murky pulling them all around the map.
I mean, I have nothing to say. Bree's like, let me play it, let me play it, let me play it. I'm like, everyone's like, okay.
Sometimes someone's just got a plan there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a very, very interesting back and forth there. I think for the first 7 or 8 minutes of the game, nobody got their own siege camp. It was just invade after invade there.
That was kind of scary, that first invade they did on us. We were like, oh man, this is going to be bad.
Yeah, it was looking like a very good Storm the Gates type composition there from Church of Murky. But you managed to pull them all around the map, and you managed to force the impossible decision there in the final minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nicely done there.
Thank you.
So, with this 2-0 domination, there's not actually that many games left in the season, but are there any teams you're looking forward to facing here in the last weeks of the regular season?
Let's see. I'm just waiting to schedule that Ill Dancing Queen match. I really want to play them.
Yeah, sounds good. I haven't.
We got
My
some-
team hasn't played them yet either. We're looking forward to that one tomorrow.
Oh, you're playing them tomorrow. Awesome.
Yeah, we are. Should be a good one. All right, so very well done. Are there any shout outs you'd like to make before we wrap up the broadcast here?
Oh, definitely. Like always, I'd like to call out Fig. He did an amazing job healing, keeping me alive, like always. I should have died more times in that game. Bones, just doing what he does. He's awesome. Fathoms, he's the best. I love that guy. There's that guy Bree. I forget his name. Oh yeah, Bree. Yeah, he's our soul liner. He's never there. Thanks to him. And I'm not forgetting somebody. Oh yeah, Valk's mom. Always got to call out Valk's mom.
Always making sure we shout out Valk's mom here on the cast. Very nicely done.
And pushing the hashtag Blame Bones.
Blame Bones it is. Blame Bones for that 8-0 Sylvanas is what I'll do for you today. So very, very well done, and good luck to you in the rest of the season.
All right, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great night.
I had a great time. Thanks for coming by.